Two childhood friends who got separated, grew up, and destiny brought them together unexpectedly, and circumstances were such that they had to get married with each other. Now, everyday new challenges come up in their bittersweet married life. After letting Jia go out to eat, Jin leaves for office, and on the way, he tells Sam about his marriage. As they reach the office, Sam tells everyone about Jin's marriage, and everyone congratulates him in their own way. Jin thanks them and tries to avoid the situation by saying he bought souvenirs for everyone. Some of his co-workers praise Jin, saying that marriage has already made him a new man. One of Jin's colleagues says that he should have invited them to the wedding. Jin tried to control the situation by saying that it all happened at the last minute. It was a small, simple wedding attended only by family members. They keep asking Jin questions about his vacation and honeymoon. Sam, who is part of the conversation, suddenly remembers that he has a coding assignment from yesterday, so he leaves the conversation midway. He tells himself that the deadline for this task is not today, but he is determined to finish it all by this evening. Suddenly, someone put a hand on Jin's shoulder and said, "Sam, can we talk for a moment?" He completely freaks out. This was the same girl who came with Jin and Sam in their car, Maria. She is Jin's senior manager in the office. She pulls Sam into the storeroom. Maria strangles Sam, crying and screaming. She asked, "You said you were sure Jin was single. He wasn't dating anyone, so how did he suddenly get married?" Meanwhile, Sam requests her to let go of his neck and let him go. Considering his request, Maria let go of his neck and grabbed his collar and shook him and asked him to tell her how all this happened. Sam loses his senses after this abuse. On the other hand, sad Maria, who was 33 years old, completely lost her control after knowing this because she loved Jin very much. Maria is a genius girl currently working as a senior manager in a tech company, the most beautiful girl in the eyes of her parents. When she won the math Olympiad as a kid, she wanted a guy who was tall, smart, caring, mature, and polite. When she got admission into science high school at the age of 16, her demands decreased. Now she wants a boy who is taller and smarter than her. By the age of 22, Maria had completed her graduation in computer science, but she still hadn't found a guy. She wanted nothing more than a guy she could depend on. Now at the age of 33, she has become the youngest woman to become a senior manager in an organization. Now she just wants a guy for herself, nothing more. A few days ago, she faced the most embarrassing moment of her life when she went on a blind date with a 40-year-old divorced man with 2 kids. Maria faced further embarrassment when this news spread among her coworkers. This incident completely broke her, and she was at the lowest point in her life. She devotes herself completely to work because there is nothing else to do in her life. Once when she is working late at night, she starts yawning due to sleepiness. She tries to sleep, but the thoughts of finding a perfect boy for herself keep coming to her mind. She asks herself what specifically she is asking for. At that moment, Jin suddenly came to her, gave her an energy drink, and asked her to check over his task. She looks towards Jin, and at that particular moment, she made up her mind that Jin Minchul is the perfect guy for her. Maria then shares her feelings with Sam. Sam is a person who likes to set people up with each other. He works part-time as a matchmaker, and in return, he usually gets a delicious meal from his client. Sam was quite confident about Jin and Maria's case, as he was Jin's friend since college days. He felt he knew him very well. So Sam proudly tells Maria that it is a piece of cake for him. She can start looking for wedding venues. He promises Maria that she will marry Jin, and he will help her in this. He completely assures Maria that she will only marry Jin. Now when she suddenly finds out that Jin got married, all her dreams and hopes are shattered. She cannot control her anger, and she attacks Sam. After a while, when Maria's anger subsides, she leaves him. Sam puts an ice pack on his neck and asks himself, how is this possible? How can a guy like Jin get married? He was a man who had no interest in girls. Then Sam shows his biceps to Maria and says that all this is because of following Jin's instructions. Not only does he not look at women, he doesn't look at anyone at all. Maria asks with a sad heart, then how did this happen? Sam consoles Maria and says, don't be sad. It is not that he is the only guy in the world. There are plenty of guys. Upon hearing this, Maria starts crying loudly. In all this commotion, the day ends and Jin leaves for home. While Jin is busy with his phone, Maria and Sam follow him. While they were following him, Sam asked Maria if it was necessary to follow. Maria replied that she wanted to be extra sure with stuff like this. Sam then asks her if she wants to make a bet on Jin's wedding versus the world ending tomorrow. Maria expressed grief and said that the end of the world is more possible than Jin's marriage. Both agree to this, but to confirm their suspicions, they follow him. After walking some distance, Jin reached his apartment, where Gia was sitting outside and smoking a cigarette. Jin says hello to Gia. Maria and Sam, who were following Jin, notice this. Maria is deeply saddened to see Gia and compares herself to her, wondering what kind of girl Jin married. Thanks for watching and comment the best part of this video.